We all leave some type of legacy whether we plan to or not. And not only do these legacies affect each other, but also the surrounding communities. So the Williams family is intentionally shaping theirs to also bring up their city of Helena-West Helena, Arkansas. And the current key to making it all happen? Alcohol. And since kids are watching, legacy. So who better to talk to than the Williams family of Dirt Distillery? Yeah. I was saying, I thought when I found you online, I thought you were a fake Google alert.
Yeah. I
was like, nah, this is not down the street. And then I checked a few sources and saw it, so it's amazing to have you here.
Yeah. That is one of the things. People come in and they said, man, wow, I almost can't believe I'm sitting here in Helena, Arkansas, in this spot that you guys are producing some great stuff. I keep hearing a good reputation about what y'all are doing, but then to see it being produced, it captivates folks.
So why? Like, why Helena, Arkansas?
My roots run deep in this county. My great-grandfather started farming this land. About 20 miles from here is where the farm is. And then, he never owned his farm, but that didn't waver his effort to try to get that piece of the American dream. And then his son, my granddad, was able to buy the farm in 1949 with cotton and moonshine.
Got you.
Yeah, so this is my granddad, man.
That's amazing.
Check it out.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's
clean
UD Williams.
Too, huh?
Yeah, imagine that being like in the 40s, right?
Yeah.
And he said, that's clean.
That's real clean.
Yeah.
So when did it click for you, like, okay, we're going to make a distillery?
I wanted to do something with this farm, man, and wanted to take the sweet potatoes and turn them into an alcohol. My brother came back from a trip and told me there was some guys out in North Carolina that was doing it. They could do it. I can do it too.
So how was it like getting the family to buy in, right? Like to get them to go from, all right, we're here living our lives to like, yeah, let's make sweet potato alcohol.
Yeah, well, we had moved back to Arkansas. My wife and I had moved back to Arkansas, and I mean, really, you just got to get the boss to agree to it. You get the wife to agree, then everything else should fall in line. But
like, how important is that to you to now have your sons working with you?
Well, I can tell you this, I never thought it would happen that I'm working every day with my boys. And I was telling you earlier about, those boys, they hold me accountable. They're like, hey, Dad, you need to, do this, do that. And they already know I'm going to tell them what they need to be doing too. But there's a mutual respect there that we have learned to enjoy with each other, right?
So what's next for you?
We got a compliment to this business. We opened up a brick oven pizza place next door, which, we got our hands full trying to get all that done at one time and make enough vodka, kind of keep barreling bourbon, but we're gonna get it done.
So I got invited before the bourbon and the pizza.
There you go. Come on back.
I was a little bit too early, huh?
Come on back.
I'm about to come back.
You gotta come back.
I'll be back in Helena-West Helena.
Yeah, do it.
Although I cried a little bit inside about missing the pizza this time, I ain't take it personally. And I'm glad I didn't, because up next was a tour of the distillery, which included a dope convo with Harry's oldest son, Donovan. So I have to ask then, so you say you came like 3 days after, or 3 months?
3 months.
So what brought you here?
2017 is when my parents thought of this idea. It's when it started to blossom. That's the year that I was actually deciding to go to Spain to teach English and take a couple classes. So from 2017 to 2019, when they are just working their butts off trying to make this place what it is today.
You're on top of the same.
I'm living my best life, exactly. All over Spain and a little bit throughout Europe as well. So things didn't turn out the best, of course. Pandemic kind of just changed my trajectory of life a little bit.
I heard about that.
Just like it has, I'm sure, so many other people. But a memory I have is that when I was working in Chicago, I had started a great new job. March 7th, March 9th, which is my birthday.
2020 we're talking about, right?
2020. The NBA season shuts down. I was actually going to go to a basketball game to see the Bulls that Friday.
Rudy Gobert's fault, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. What did he do? Yeah. Spitting on the mic, but either way, that is what pushed me back here. Luckily, again, 2017, 2019, when they're building this place, I had something to fall back on.
Gotcha.
So I think I'm very lucky in that regard, but also I think all of that happened probably for a reason. I feel like I belong here. It's only 4 of us. You've met the whole Delta Dirt crew. Me, my mom, my dad, and my brother. And as you can see, a lot needs to be done around here. So
And also, I'm not sure, I'm sure you've been told before, but like just from hearing your passion and talking about all of it, like they're lucky as well, man. Like, it's a wonderful fit, man. True. So I'm glad you had something to fall back on and glad they had you to take a part, man. It's amazing.
Amen to that.
Now, as I was getting shown the rest of this beautiful distillery, a question kept sneaking up in my mind like, are they gonna let me sip something or not? Luckily, I didn't have to wait too much longer for an answer as I sat down with Thomas next for a little tasting. So, I hear that you're like the mastermind behind the distillation process.
I guess if you want to put it in those terms, I'll take the credit for that. So yeah, that was me that formulated the recipe for both the vodka, the gin, and the forthcoming bourbon.
So gotta ask, like, when you were like a child, did you know, like, did your parents train you like, hey, one day you're gonna be distilling vodka for us?
Absolutely not, because we didn't know we were gonna own a distillery until I was 21 years old. So
tell me how it went from 21 to this now.
So 21 years old, I was in college graduating that next year, and they told me, hey, we're gonna open a distillery, and I asked, of course, where it was gonna be. They said Helena, brought me down here. I'm like, okay, why? And over the course of the next 5 years, I've kind of realized that they had a vision much beyond where you see Helena as now. And I'm understanding why they chose here, but to get from that point to where we are now, it took a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and a lot of trial and error.
Gotcha. So I got a chance to learn about the process, why sweet potatoes are important. I feel it's time for the taste.
Absolutely.
It's time for that taste.
I'll start you off with the one and only sweet potato vodka. You saw how it was made, now you can taste how it tastes, and it's different from the rest.
It does taste different. Well, I like it. Yeah, it tastes different. Like I was wondering if I was gonna have to act afterwards. Like, wow, it tastes so different. You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought?
I was gonna say, I didn't get that face after you drink a typical vodka straight.
Yeah.
The face tells it all usually.
When you blend it, do people still feel like they taste a slight difference when it tends to be blended with like cocktails or whatever?
Oh yeah, so with cocktails and even drinking it straight or having a little bit of ice, diluting it, people still love the aroma, love the taste, just as smooth. I have people that are like, I don't drink vodka, but I will only drink your vodka on the rocks. So drink it straight. I'm not.
It's nice.
It's good.
Now I'm not mad that I purchased the bottle. I was gonna get scared. Like, if I taste it, I was gonna slide it back to you on the cool. Keep the change. We'll be good.
It'll be good. No.
Get it out to survive. And I gotta ask, like, although these are alcohol, like, how is it bigger than that for the city?
I was gonna say, we might be a distillery and we might have an end product of alcohol, but the impact that we're trying to have on the community is way beyond the alcohol. One of my alternate taglines, we have our main tagline of raising spirits in the Delta, and that is our commitment to giving back to this community and help raise both figuratively and literally spirits in the Delta. My alternate tagline is, it's more than just the alcohol. It's more than the alcohol. We are trying to educate the community as far as, okay, there's more you can do to farming, as far as marketing. You can be an ag marketing person. We had a whole group of students from the U of A, and they're all agriculture students, and they were just blown away by what you can do in the agricultural space here. Because who would have thought you can turn a family farm into a distillery?
To raise the spirits in the Delta, it does have to be more than just alcohol. And through commitment to a city, sweet potatoes, and good old family love, the Williams are doing just that. I was glad to have the convo. Till next time, y'all. Yeah.